Hi and welcome to Breaking the Limits. I am your host, Laika Shan. Today I have a couple of guests for you. Zoltan, who has an amazing and hair-raising story of how he escaped his birth country of Hungary to come to the United States and become a citizen. We have Becky DeCosmo, who runs the 31 business, which is a really fun business she's going to be telling us about. Stay tuned and we will be right back. Welcome back to Breaking the Limits. I am here today with a guest. His name is Zoltan. Thank you very much for joining the show. And you're a friend of mine, but you have an amazing story, which I know you were interested in sharing with everybody. And you were born in Hungary.
Yes.
And I'm going to let you, first of all, there's a couple things. You are also a stone worker. You have to explain exactly what it is you do, because you said you was artistic and there's all sorts of stuff, but I'm not going to botch it. So you go ahead and tell the audience what it is you do.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I was born in Budapest, Hungary, back in 1967. Ever since I was a young little boy, I was 10 years old, I always had a dream to come to America. Early age, I realized that the communism, it's not really for me.
What did you see of this country while you were there? I mean, how were you exposed to realize you want to go there? You just on TV, on
just like actually we've seen pretty much yes.
Yeah.
I see American movies on TV, and something was just Europeans knew a lot about Americans, about America, and everybody's looking up to America, and everybody kind of wants to be here. And I started reading a lot about what's the life like here, and it was really nice for me to get into it.
Now, you told me a little bit about your story a little while ago, and I was amazed that you had to bust out of the country, basically, right? How would you put that? It was really like something out of a movie to me.
Yes.
What you had to go through to get here. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, as far as communism, it's the bad thing about it's not a free country. So, and especially Hungary, it's like a state of Indiana. Obviously, it's a very small country, and to live there for a long time, it's really, people don't want to do that, but it's very hard to get out.
So they lock it down.
Yeah, it's actually, you drive 300 miles and then there's a border in every direction, and you just can't leave, Now, I was lucky because I was a professional athlete in rowing.
Oh, okay.
And I had a passport. So basically I had a chance, after I was 18, had a chance to actually escape.
So I guess passports are really hard to come by there.
Very hard to come by. Yes.
Now you say escape, you really mean escape. How did that go down?
Yeah, there was two ways you can do it. Some people, they go through the woods, through Austria. As long as you're in Austria territory, you're safe. But it's not that easy to get through.
So it's really run for the border kind of thing.
Yes,
almost.
you have to cross the border, and then there's border police everywhere. And then,
what happens if they catch you? I mean, if you didn't get away?
You actually can get shot.
Wow.
By the border, because
life and death.
Anytime anything moves, they shoot. Yeah, so it's not exactly life insurance. But what I did basically, because I had passport, basically I took a train, and I dressed up a businessman, and then just pretending that I'm having a business meeting in Austria, and I was lucky they let me go.
Because if you said you were an athlete, they wouldn't.
They asked a couple of questions, because especially back then and back in 80, 86 everybody was very suspicious to actually wants to leave the country. That's pretty much just as back in the 56 when we had a revolution in Hungary.
So.
There's that kind of vibe, so that was very scary.
Wow.
But as long as the train was over the border in Austria territory, then I was safe.
Okay.
Then I had to sign up for it's like a refugee camp.
So this is kind of a rough place to be, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very rough place to be. It's really not. It's almost like a prison.
Wow.
And somebody like me, I was a young single man. They were like, well, he can wait. So I stayed there for 2 years.
You were there for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Did you have light at the end of the tunnel? Did you even know when you'd be able to get out of there?
Yes, I was very positive. It's a slow process, but it's actually moving forward. And basically, I was waiting for American visa. But like I said, it took
So where did you live? You lived in barracks of sorts? So
Yeah,
you,
that was actually a little bit west of Vienna. There was a old Russian military base, and that's where they put everybody.
so you're living in a military base, and you like
Military.
ration some food out and every day?
Yeah,
or
we were like, I mean,
go work, walk the yard, or what is that like?
you were
As a-
free to go, you know, but no, you really want to leave because first, so you don't speak the language, and they feed you. So you actually want to go back, and that's really the only way you can actually.
You'd have to start all over again if you left and came
Right,
back.
you can't just
Don't
leave.
do
Yeah,
that.
you don't want to leave. So you
Did
have
anybody
to
know
stick
where
it
you
out.
were, or did you just disappear?
I never told my family that I
Okay.
escaped from because you know, if one of my family members don't want me to actually do it, they could call in the police, and
Oh,
then
wow.
then I go to jail
That is
as
really
a
good. Yeah.
as a escape.
So you really just
Yeah.
had to like completely
on my own.
tear
Yeah.
yourself out of your life and
Correct.
leave.
And that was
So-
New Year's Day when I did it.
Wow.
So
That's
New Year's Eve, you know, celebrated Christmas with my family, and then I already packed up.
You knew what you were going to do.
And I
but
was
nobody
meaning
knew.
I might not see him for 10 years.
Wow.
It's very, very hard Christmas.
Yeah, I bet. Because a lot of people that are, you know, born in a country, they take a lot of things for granted. Like you might take your freedom for granted, and then I hear your story, and I'm thinking, you know, that's some serious perspective to throw on it to really understand. You were willing to risk your life to get here.
Yes.
And you know, people, you're born somewhere, you might take for granted the things you have until you really hear what somebody doesn't have is willing to do to be where
Yes.
you are.
Yes.
So that's a very inspirational story. I see it that way anyway.
Yeah, in order
So-
to do this, you have to be very driven, very goal-oriented, very ambitious. And I'm all of that.
Overachiever.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I keep pushing myself even today. And every day, every morning I wake up, I'm still appreciated to be in this country.
So how does that work for you now? Are you a citizen here yet? Do you have a work card? I don't know how that works actually.
I am a citizen.
Great.
Basically, yeah, thank you. I got my citizenship exactly 5 years after I entered
Okay.
America.
So now you can travel freely with a
Yes.
with a passport.
Oh,
have you
I'm-
ever gone back or?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, you
Every 3 years, try to go back see my family.
Yeah. And were they shocked when you reappeared and
Yes,
didn't
the
know
first
what
time.
had happened to you, or they?
Well, when I was in Austria and then I signed up for this refugee camp, I called everybody and then I told them that, hey guys, you know, this is a situation. I'm heading to America.
So then they knew where you were, but they couldn't get you arrested for it at that point.
No,
in
that
time.
was too late.
So-
Yeah, that was okay. And they were obviously very upset. And
Yeah.
I told them that you might not going to see me for about 8, 10 years.
Wow.
But my life going to be better. And maybe I can help you guys in the future financially because I know I'm going to do pretty good to be in America.
Do you have a big family there? Or?
Big family?
Yeah, you have a big
Yes,
family.
I
You
was a
get to
pretty
visit there?
decent middle size.
So you used to get to
brothers,
visit, see
sisters.
some new nephews and nieces and
Yes.
stuff like that. You go visit and it
Yes,
gets bigger
it's-
every time.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
it's very,
good.
very nice to go back, and then they are very proud of me now that achieved so much, so many good
Oh, I'm
things.
sure. Anybody
But,
else from your family ever venture to come over here after you?
But they came as a tourist,
Tourist? Oh,
but they
okay.
never wanted to do what I did.
Right.
Like I say, it really takes a special kind of person to.
Well, you risk
To
getting
really-
shot. You
Yeah,
end up
you-
living
you- correct.
basically a camp for 2
Right,
years.
exactly.
And
And,
you didn't know what you were going to do when you got out of there, did you? You just were going to take the bull by the horns and do whatever you had
Yes,
to do.
you're really taking a chance.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody knows there's a saying that successful people
Yeah.
have to take chances.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
chances, no risk,
Exactly.
no gain.
Exactly. And then,
So,
you know,
what did you end up doing? Did you go through a series of different jobs and then you fell into what you currently do, or?
yes,
um,
yeah. Basically, it's like again a tough time to start life because first I didn't speak any English.
So, how old were you when you left the country?
I got here when I was about 21.
Just able to
So I was
drink a
nine.
beer and you got into
Exactly. Yeah,
So
was-
you were really pretty young.
I was in the middle of America with no English knowledge at all, and just like a little kid trying to.
What was your first job? Like you walk in
My
right off
first
the.
job was I was a busboy in a
busboy?
restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I went to
Okay.
Las Vegas. That was my first destination.
Did anybody speak your language there at all, or you just
Uh,
bits and pieces you were trying to
No,
learn?
no, I was really just starting just like trying to pay attention, and it was really a strange feeling that people try to talking to you, and then you like have no idea what he's saying, you know. And then,
Yeah.
but you know,
How do you get hired too when you don't even they don't understand
well,
you?
you know,
It's just kind of
being
like,
a busboy, you don't really have to know a whole lot of English, you know.
yeah,
And you know, I have a good personality, so they were like, okay, well, we're gonna start you out.
wash and lips and wash
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and,
No,
and go and
Yeah, and sometimes I went out to the restaurant area, and then you know, guests, customers try to talk to me, and then I was like, sorry.
just smile and
Yeah,
nod
exactly.
for a little while till you learn the language.
But I think English is a very easy language to learn.
Really? Because
Yes.
everybody keeps saying that it's one of the hardest languages to
Yeah.
learn because we have so many reverse rules.
Not true.
Really?
No,
That's
it's
okay.
one of the easiest one, I think.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the first time anybody said that.
Oh,
So
okay.
that I've heard.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yeah, no, it's for me, it came pretty naturally.
Yeah.
And yes.
So when you go back home, you speak your native language.
Yes.
They don't speak English
Yes.
there.
They
Or some
do,
of some
yeah.
of your family
Yeah,
speaks
my
English.
brother and sister they do, but you know my family is just they don't speak English, so I have to
Okay.
speak Hungarian.
So you went from somebody who just ended up landing this country, you're a busboy, and you went from there and you kind of kicked butt and did a bunch of different things. through your
Yes, I
career.
mean at
And-
this stage, you know, this time when you kind of almost desperate to learn English and then make to live, you know, and you kind of every door opens up, you have to walk in and try.
Just
you know, just
do it.
do it. And then, I mean, I've been pretty much everybody to
Yeah.
you know try to make it. And then one job I landed in this construction company when they were building houses, and then I really started liking that part of my life, you know, when starting construction.
Well, that's a perfect intro because we have a couple minutes left, and I want you to be able to tell people about what it is you do now and how they can get that service and get hold of you to do it. So you want to tell people what exactly that means, what you do, and
Yes,
and your website and all that good stuff.
Yes, basically I'm a stone contractor slash tile contractor. I design and install like very exotic, you know, bathrooms, very high-end bathrooms, kitchens, spas.
And I've seen your
bars.
work; it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Wonderful tile design. You know, something we really want to walk in there and go, "Wow, this is an oasis for me."
Yes.
That's the kind of stuff that you do.
Yes, I'm in business for like the last 19 years, and then out of the 19 years, the last 10 years, I was really specialized on stone installation. I have a very big passion of natural stone. Like
Natural stone, okay.
Travertine limestone, and that's really my big passion, and then I really took it to the highest level. And
So you have a website you're designing, or is
Yes,
going
I
to be
do.
out there shortly if it's not already out there? You want to tell everybody
yes,
exactly how
yes,
they
my
can do that?
website is Zoltan Stoneworks.
So it's a ZOLTAN Stone STONE Works.
Correct.
WORKS.com. And that's how they can get
Yes,
hold of you. Your information's
yes.
there. Do you have a number you want to share too, or is that they'll get everything?
Yeah,
there?
that should be.
That should
on
be
our-
it?
on our contact.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, when I get that house and I want my bathroom to look fabulous, I will call you.
Oh, please do.
I have to get the house first, though.
Oh, very good. All right.
So, but thank you so much for coming and
pleasure.
sharing this story. It's an amazing story,
thank
and
you
every
for
time,
having me.
second time I've heard it, and it still makes little hairs on the back of my neck stand up. So, thanks so
Very good.
much.
I appreciate
It's
it.
a
Thank you
pleasure.
very much.
Welcome back to Breaking the Limits. I have a guest with me today, Becky DeCosmo, who is running a business called 31. And thank you for coming and joining the show. I already had the pleasure of being at one of your 31 shows. So you tell everybody what that means, because I didn't know what. 31? You do what? What does that mean?
Well, thank you very much for having me. 31 is a home-based business where women have the opportunity to be stay-at-home moms and also work and earn some money to help support their families and contribute, and also have a lot of fun, because it's really a lot of fun to do.
And the products you sell, we have some of them here, are really like for organizational. They're bags, they're purses, they're coolers, they're stuff like that.
Absolutely. We have everything from dog leashes to purses to lunch boxes, even stuff for tailgating, work bags, you know, coupon organizers, all sorts of things.
So how did you do something before, and how long have you been doing this, and how did you get into doing this?
I've been a teacher for years, and when my son was born, I decided to stay at home with him, and then when my daughter was born, continued to stay at home, and then eventually got back into the workforce. And working full-time with 2 small kids at home was a lot. So I was luckily able to work part-time, but decided I would like to find something else to do on the side to help, contribute a little more.
How did you discover this, though? How did you fall into 31?
It's a funny story, actually. A few years ago, one of our best friends that we went to college with, we vacation with them once a week every summer, and she comes out, we're taking the kids out to go swimming, and she comes out with this bag carrying all of the stuff for her and her husband and all 3 of their kids in this amazing bag, and I said, I have to have one. So I ordered through her contact and got my own stuff and absolutely loved it, and looking into it a little more, discovered that really there wasn't a big market for it. There weren't a lot of people down in Florida that sold 31. So after talking with her contact for a while, I decided that this sounded like something that I could do, that I would like to do.
So I guess there's a market for the product, but there's not a lot of people selling it.
Exactly. It's really big up north. It's based out of Columbus, Ohio, so it's much bigger up north. And when I looked online to try to find someone in our area that did it, there really were just a handful
good for you.
of
You
people.
have bright Florida colors going on here.
I do.
Would you like to show? Would you like to show a couple of
Absolutely.
these off so people understand what it is? Because I kind of looked at the catalog, and then I was like, oh, it looks kind of cool, but you can't really tell how cool these are until you kind of demonstrate them a little bit.
Absolutely. These are just a few of the many, many products
she had
they
a bigger
have.
pile when I went to that party.
So, there's everything from organizing tote bags. This is the bag I actually use for work. It's got, the main compartment. It's got several smaller compartments where you can hold all sorts of things. It's got pen and pencil pockets, and it fits over your shoulder, so it's really easy to carry in and out of work, out of the office.
A cute little beach bag, kind of.
Very cute, and these come in all different sizes, so you can get anything from, this is the small one, up to, big that zips, and they're really easy to clean. They wipe out. They have a great, dirt-resistant lining. Another really great bag that's actually great for kids, too, is the cinch sack. This is one of the new summer fabrics, the flip-flops, which is really great for
My
summer.
friend went ape over the flip-flops for her little girl.
Love the flip-flops. This is a brand new fabric, but this comes in, somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 different colors, and most things can be personalized. With just a single initial, a monogram, or a full name, or just a cute little phrase, flip-flops or
So that
beach
makes a nice
bag.
gift if you put someone's name on it.
Wonderful gift. Cinches shut. This is a great backpack.
It has little straps there. You
It
actually have like
does.
a little
You can
backpack.
put it on your
Yeah.
back like a little backpack.
Okay.
We have thermals. There's a few different ones here. This is one of the more common ones.
You have big ones for the car, so if you go grocery shopping and you have a drive, you can throw it in there. And that's one I want to get next.
That's one of my favorite bags. That's
Yeah.
the Fresh Market Thermal. I use it when I
Yeah.
go to Costco, to Publix. It holds a ton. This is more of a small one to bring snacks or a lunch bag
Right.
or to the park.
Or will they bust you going into the movie theater if you have snacks?
That's what I use this for. This is a great thermal bag, and it's really cute. It looks like a purse. So, you can
And I got
carry it
that
if you
one,
wanted
exact
to.
one, yep.
If you wanted to take it into the movies, or if your kid needs a lunchbox.
Yeah.
This is a great. It's
You even
really
have a dog
cute.
leash here.
Do have the dog leash.
Perfect pet leash.
Perfect pet
That's
leash.
cute.
Yep, nice and long, nice and thick and
Yep.
sturdy. And then one of my favorites is the little expressions. This is one example of it. It comes in a tote also, where you can personalize it with up to 7 children. These are my kids, Danny and Katie.
Oh, okay.
So you can build your kid. You can put, you pick skin color, hairstyle, the clothes they're wearing.
Where do they make these bags? You just order them and it
I
comes from
order
a
'em and
magic
they
bag
magically
place.
come,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
So, but it's a lot of fun, and personalization is very reasonable. $7 usually for most items, and everything can be used as something else.
I know this is really cute for a kid. It's like a little money purse.
That's
what it is? Little
exactly
turtle.
what it is. They can throw it in their backpack with their key, or a couple dollars if the ice cream's available. They have this. This is the turtle. There's a pig, a whale, a snail. There's some really
Okay.
cute ones, and everybody I know carries a water bottle with them everywhere they
Oh, yeah.
go. This is the water bottle. It's thermal. It keeps it cold all day long. You can hook it on whatever your purse, your belt loop, whatever you've got. So.
Good for a picnic.
Yeah. So these are just some of the many, many, many bags that we offer, and they're all, like I said, fairly reasonable. Great for gifts. Great for teacher gifts.
So one of the things I kind of enjoyed about finding out about you, because a friend of mine had what do you call it, a 31 party
Yeah.
at a lady's house, and a bunch of us got together and we saw all the product. It's like a little party, you know. You
Yeah.
can, if you want to have a cocktail, or you just
And
want
they're so
cookies or
fun.
whatever, you just get together and chat, and a bunch of friends. And I'm actually going to do one,
Yes.
so it's going to be fun.
Yes.
And
And that's what I do. You just call me up, and we pick a date and a time, and it takes
so I
just
call it a
couple hours.
31 party. Can I say it's my 31st birthday?
It's your 31st
party?
birthday.
No,
Me
it's
forever.
a good idea. For 31st forever.
31 forever. That's what we're gonna call
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So, and I bring everything except the guests, and I do my little thing. It takes a couple hours, and at the end of the party, you get all credit for free stuff, and you can shop to your heart's content.
So the
and you have
host
lots of money
that has
to
the
use.
place to bring people gets a special bonus per
Absolutely,
deal, right?
absolutely. For example, if your party generates around $500 in sales, you would have about $90 free
Nice.
stuff right out of the catalog, and you can pick anything you want.
Now I even have guy friends, and they're like, "Oh, girly stuff," but you do have some like camo tailgate bags.
There are
and
absolutely.
There's
All the thermals come in solid black, navy blue, gray, so you could use them for tailgating.
yeah, I have one guy friend that prides himself in tailgate parties, and I know he's
Lots
like,
of
"Oh,
stuff
that's
for
the
that.
girly pinky stuff." It's like, no, there's like stuff guys can use too.
Absolutely.
And there's sports stuff.
Yes, if you're into a specific college team, they have
Yeah.
not all the colleges, but many colleges where you can personalize for a slightly higher fee. It's a little more because it's licensed. The cinch sack, for example, is one of the ones that can be used, and you pick your school colors, and they put the patch on it with the school logo, the college mascot logo, and then you have a choice of sayings that you could get embroidered under it. And some of the bags really are geared more towards women. For example, the cinch sack,
obviously very flowery designs.
absolutely, but
fun and
things like the
fresh, yeah.
cinch sack and the thermals all come in solid colors, so you could definitely they're
You can
unisex.
have it in a
that could go
pickup
either
truck,
way.
and you wouldn't raise an eyebrow, right?
I've had lots of women buy stuff for their sons and their husbands, and
yeah.
so my sister even bought one for her boyfriend.
Now I actually went a little bit ape over the blanket that I should have brought it with me.
How do you like it?
I just got it because
Uh-huh.
she just delivered it. It was
Uh-huh.
at Kelly's house, and it has I put my name put on it, and it's looks like a little purse, but you just open it, and the bottom side is sort of semi-waterproof, and the top is soft, so it's like for either a picnic or go to the beach. So
Absolutely.
The other day I was at the beach, I was like, why didn't I get it yet? Because you can take it's tiny. You just roll it back up and throw
And
it in there. And you
carry
don't
it like
even
a little
carry like a
purse.
little purse
Yeah.
instead of this big old bulky. I've hauled blanket towels down
Yeah.
there, and so that's nice.
And then when it gets yucky, throw it in the wash, hang it up to dry, and
yeah,
you're good to
you
go.
can do that. That's good. So anyway, you said something about a anniversary.
Yes, this is 31's 10th anniversary. This is the 10th year that it's been going on. Cindy Monroe is the founder and CEO. She started it 10 years ago, like I said, for women to have an opportunity to own their own business and do something themselves that they could make it fit their own schedule. They could be with their kids home during the day or when they got home from school, and then still work on the side. So this is the 10th year, so you'll notice a lot of the bags and a lot of the things have the 10th anniversary
Okay.
on them.
So what is a day in the life of a 31er, slash mom slash do it all lady look like? Can you walk me through a day of you get up and you call your friends and say, hey, you want to have a party? I mean, that's
Which is
a pretty cool
easy.
job, right?
It's really a lot of fun. I love doing it. Sometimes the parties, you always want to network and try to find new people and
Right.
get parties from a party. And I've met a lot of great people doing it. So for me, I teach during the day, during the week, and then I'm available for my kids on the weekends. And we could do an evening party. I do weekend parties. Very flexible.
Oh, that's great. So we are wrapping up a little bit here. So what I want to make sure everybody knows, first of all, if there's some special product you want to talk about, I know you said the anniversary product. There might be something in your mind you want to talk about, and if you have a way for people to get hold of you, like how do
Absolutely.
people find you? What is this 31 thing? I want a party. How do they get hold of you?
Okay, well, I have a website. It's www.my31.com, and it's 31 spelled out, and then / Becky DeCosmo, my name, all one word. I also have a website, Becky DeCosmo, and then the number 31, email at bellsouth.net. And you just get in contact with me, say, hey, I'd love to have a party, and we'll get it on the calendar and get going.
Yeah.
And as far as the specials go, every month there's a new special.
Okay.
The special for May was for every $31 you spend, you could pick any thermal out of the whole catalog for half price. June is a new special starting June 1st. For every $35 you spend, you can get a large utility tote for $10. It's regularly $35. It is one of the best bags in the catalog. Actually, that's the bag that made me start doing this.
Well,
So that's my favorite
birthday
bag.
month is June, so you know I'm gonna have to get one of those, and I'll have that in the car.
It's the best bag. It is.
Yeah.
It does everything.
Yeah. So basically, I would love to have a party. I know that you have like on the site. I'm actually figuring out how to set up the party invites and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So how do you?
I'll help you out.
Best way to do that?
Evite's great.
Evite,
Yeah.
and then you also have like something on your site that people can get directed
I
to.
put your party right on my site, so if anyone can't come, they can log in right there, order their items, and
Or they can
get
order
to
them
go.
in advance, you said.
Order
so
them in
then I
advance.
can have them at the party to give people
Absolutely.
that have already want. I know there's some stuff some of my friends do want they didn't get yet. So
Yep,
that'd be good.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank you
being
for
on the
having
show.
me.
And I love the products, and it's just fun to have a business that's fun. It's
Yeah,
really
I
fun. You
love
just get-
doing it.
You know, you get your spread of snacks, you get your drinks, you get your friends, and you just doing all over all the bags and stuff.
And it's so easy
It's
and
just-
just very relaxed. Yeah.
So thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
This is how we do. Shuffle, shuffle to the right, to the left. Let's move. Hey, hey. Mission 3, can you dug it with me? Throw your own little swag on this Swizzy beat. Hey, hey. Mission 4, if you're ready for more, jump rope, keep your feet off the floor. Hey, hey. I ain't worried doing me tonight. A little sweat ain't never hurt nobody. Don't just stand there on the wall. Everybody just move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body, move your body. Everybody.
On every one of our cards, there's a date, a reminder that before this date, we have to exceed expectations. We have to find new ways to help make life easier, more convenient, and more rewarding. It's the reason why we don't have customers. We have members. American Express. Welcome in.